Alright, so today we're going to be going over a really awesome prompt that basically turns ChatGPT into a course for prompt engineering. So it's just basically going to help us learn how to prompt better and, just understand how to prompt in general. So if you want to steal the prompt to do this, you can basically take it from the description of this video or the pinned comment, and it's a super beginner-friendly prompt. All you have to do essentially is just copy it, hit paste, hit enter, and you're pretty much good to go. There isn't much editing that has to be done beyond that unless there's something you see that you'd like to alter, but you can go ahead and simply do that. So I'm going to show you exactly how this works. We're just going to go ahead and paste it into a standard chat. You can use this in projects mode as well, like we typically do in our videos, but for today we're just going to show you in a quick chat exactly how this looks. So as you see here, it says, "You are my prompting course instructor. Your job is to teach me prompt engineering like a structured course with lessons, drills, homework, and feedback until I can reliably get high-quality results from ChatGPT." And then there's a bunch of stuff included as well as the initial setup questions and everything else, but it's ready to go with just simply copy, paste, and hitting enter like so. So by doing this, it'll actually initiate the first phase of the prompt engineering course, and we'll see it pop up in a second. So as you see here, what's your main use case for prompting? School, content, coding, business, personal. Let's just say personal skill. So it's going to actually go ahead and ask us a series of questions here, and I can't remember exactly how many there are, but there's a decent amount. So I'm going to go ahead and respond to each of these intake questions ahead of time, and I'll go over them super quick with you guys instead of spending the entire video answering them one by one. So I will be right back. So I went ahead and answered all of the questions, and it was just basically to get an understanding of what we want to do with the course. So I just said basically, what's your main use case? I just said personal skill. Then I responded to, what skill are you now? I said I was a beginner. What outputs do you want most? I just said for writing, ideas, and editing. What tools or features will you use in ChatGPT? Because this is specific to ChatGPT. I just said all of them, but you could have said something like projects, files, images, web browsing, etc. You could be a bit more specific. It doesn't make a huge difference. What is your biggest problem right now? I just think my prompts are generic, and I guess you could say generic answers as well. Do you want a strict structure or more flexible? I said strict, like for the course. The time commitment, I went for an hour a day. Do you want homework? You can ask for yes, light, or none. I just went with light. And then what tone should the course use? I asked for direct. And then finally it summarizes this and basically creates a roadmap for your prompt, prompt course. So as we see here, Module 1, Prompt Foundations, you stop writing vague prompts and start giving ChatGPT a clear job. You will learn the goal, audience, context, constraints, format, examples. Then finally Module 2, Specificity without overcomplicating. Module 3, Output Control. Module 4, Better Writing Prompts. Better Idea Prompts for Module 5. Module 6, Editing Prompts. As you can see here, it's just on and on and on, showing you exactly how to prompt, especially for ChatGPT, and get the most out of it. So if we scroll down all the way, it gives us the 14-day plan, which starts with since you have 60 minutes a day, the best setup is 14 days, long enough to build a skill, short enough to stay focused, and then it gives us a breakdown of exactly what we would be doing. And we see it's a week-by-week plan. Then finally, prompt playbook, starting templates. Save these. We will improve and expand each lesson. So it gives you something to actually work with from the beginning so that we understand what we're going to have to include into each prompt to make it work. Anti-generic ideas prompt. So this is exactly how we would prompt to avoid that. Natural editing, and all these different prompts that we can utilize and start to work on ourselves to get the most out of it. So when you say start day 1, I'll run the first lesson in that exact format. So for instance, let's just give it a try and say I said just day 1, but it'll get the idea. And then as we see here, it begins it. So micro lesson. Generic prompts fail because they only say what they want, and it breaks down exactly what we'd be going over in a course. And then finally, it asks us to practice a prompt and give an example to see if we actually know what we're doing after looking deeper into this. And then we can see here, even if I type again, just start day 1 because I thought I maybe made a mistake, we see here it says we already started day 1. Your exercise is this, and it actually tells you and keeps you focused onto whatever it is that you're doing. So paste your prompt attempt only, so then we just go back and forth with prompt attempts and it'll correct us on the way. So that's basically it. Once again, you can take the prompt from the description of this video to have this course. and set it up for yourself for the way that you like. Just make sure that you answer the questions on the intake as descriptively as possible to get the most out of ChatGPT with this. Otherwise, you might not get the perfect course format for what you're looking for. But you can copy the prompt from the description or the pinned comment of the video. Once you have it copied, you simply hit paste and enter into ChatGPT, and you're pretty much good to go once answering the intake. So hopefully you guys found this video helpful. If you did, please like and subscribe, and have a nice day.